All right, so thank you guys all for getting on. Looks like we have about 17 right now, and we'll probably have more coming in. I know some people have some obligations that they are rushing home from. So what this is going to be, those of you that don't know me, I'm Misty Miller, and I'm one of your leaders. And how this is going to work every time is on Sunday, like I said in the video, we're going to post the topic of the day, or I'm sorry, of the week, and we're just going to focus on those videos in Plexus Partners Academy and reading the book out of our success guide. But I'm also, some of our leaders are going to be calling upon a couple of you to kind of share out to go with that topic. So today we have two people from our Plexus Partners team who are going to be sharing out here in a little bit about their personal testimony that's kind of going with this topic and why it's today about their why and about their goal and why it's important to stay focused. So, sorry, my kids are upstairs getting ready. But we asked that you guys were watching post number 11, which is Lori's day. She's one of our team members. But some of the things that I took away from Lori's, the biggest thing I guess I'm going to share out is making your why be your strongest backbone. Because in this business, if you haven't found out yet, it's definitely a roller coaster. It can go up and down one month, and it can be back up the next month. And I'm going to tell you, if you guys are feeling like you want to throw in the towel and say, I'm done, a lot of people probably feel that way from August or this, just the summer months. But I can tell you, the only way to quit is the only way to fail is to quit. So I don't think that you guys are wanting to quit by the survey that I sent out. You guys are saying, I'm stuck and I really want to work this business. And so hearing that, we as your leaders want to pour into you and help you, because we've been in these moments where we don't have a lot of customers. We don't have an ambassador. Maybe you have 0 customers, 0 ambassadors, but you really want to work this business. We've been there. So we want to help you get through those, but you just need to know it's going to be up and down. And your why is going to that's going to be your backbone. That's going to be your strength and your focus to keep going. And you have to think, you have a why, hopefully, that, like Lori's day says, is to make you cry. And I know it sounds a little cheesy, but truly, when I hear people's why, truly be specific about your why. Most of the time, like reading through all of those whys that you guys wrote underneath the graphic in Plexus Partners, I seriously had chills. I had tears in some. And I can relate to almost all of you. And if you guys haven't had a chance to go through and look at those whys, you know what? Those will empower, each other. Those are the ones that your whys ignite me. Your whys are why I continue to want to, pour into all of you, because I want each and every one of you to have freedom, whatever that freedom looks like to you. I'm not handling the freedom very well right now. It's kind of funny. But I have just been a workaholic, and I don't know how, like, this job is truly made to fit in your nooks and crannies of your day and maybe work 2 to 3 hours a day. And I honestly don't know how to handle that. Like I have 1,000 things on my plate all the times, and I like it that way. But whatever that looks like, you guys, this is not for you. Like, this is not you have to quit your job to do this. I purposely stepped out of the classroom this year so that I can focus on some of my dreams and my goals. And I'm hoping that I can utilize each and every part of my day where I have that time freedom, and I am talking to people, and I am trying to work these out while I'm off this year. But my freedoms that I never realized, I guess they're just little small things, but what I'm feeling right now with this freedom that I have, just getting our housework done during the day is totally amazing. Like being able to just spend more time, when the kids walk in, when the husband walks in, being able to have family time, like that's huge. Before I would walk in, put my stuff down, and then think I have to get a load of laundry in. I have to get the dishes, done, or the dinner started. Like I know. And being able to just go see my kids' classroom. Like last year, I never even got to see my one son's classroom at all the entire year. because I was doing my other job. And unfortunately, all those times fell on the same day. Being able to just go check on my aunt who's really sick right now during the day, and just, not having interrupted time with my family, like when my kids get home, and having dinner ready and prepared, and it's, just things like that. So there's a lot of time freedom that I'm having, and I'm just trying to get used to. But I see some of your guys's, your whys and your goals, and, some of you are just wanting financial freedom to maybe just go out and have, a nice dinner and a movie with, your family. You can do this. And you don't, like I said, you don't have to quit your job to do this. This is literally just sacrificing some time during your day. Be strategic about it. Like if you have to get up in the morning and 10 minutes before to do a couple posts or reach out to a couple people, or, as you're on your way to work, and I've said this before, on your way to work, put on a YouTube video or put on something that you can listen to on the way to, wherever you're going. They have they have audios for some of these books that are amazing that you can also get. I see some of you guys, just wanting to pay off debt or being able to just have $100 extra. You can do this. And if you have a why that's really strong enough, and that you can still stay focused on and have a plan, like tell your upline, because your upline is going to help you have a plan to get there. And we want to help you. So I love how Lori just also spoke about, setting a goal and then just taking small bits of, making small goals to get to your big goal. I can say, yep, I want to be a jewel someday, but like I really need to scale it down and like do, maybe week by week or month by month to get there. And again, your upline wants to help you with that. So let's try to reach out to them. And if they're busy, just try to reach out to one of us that you see on the call, because I know any of us would help. It doesn't matter what rank you are, you're all a leader. So I don't want to give away too much more of what I learned, but I want to turn it over. Brittany, I'm going to call on you, I guess, first. She's going to share a little bit of what she kind of took from these videos and took from the pages, but also share a little bit of a testimony that some of you might be able to relate to, because I know I can relate to you, Brittany. So if you want to unmute yourself and take it over. Sorry, I should put this on speaker view.
Okay, hi. I've actually been taking the products for, I think this August was a full year of me being really consistent, maybe like a year and 2 months. And I only went into it because I needed to lose baby weight. And at the time, my baby was my third was 3 months old, and I was in a very bad place. And I lost 20 pounds after a while, which was good. But more than anything, all of the health conditions that I was kind of dealing with went away. And most of them, the biggest one was my anxiety and my depression were just went from a 7 a daily, I would say, out of a 10. It was a 7 every day. And it's been consistently between a 1 and a 2. And it's been like that for a really, really long time. And I think for a while, I was having more energy. I wasn't coming home and crashing, but I'm not Kendra. I'm not go-getter, we just have different personalities. So I think that watching a lot of other people, I felt like I had to be this bubbly person that I'm not. Now I'm more of a one-on-one person. Unless I'm in a classroom, it's totally different, but I'm not a big group person. So it took me a really long time to find my voice. And I think that now I've found it, I'm able to kind of focus, and now I can really start sharing with people. And I know so many people that are suffering from depression and anxiety, and it's really crippling their lives. And I think when they hear my story, then they finally get it. For a while, I wasn't necessarily sharing that stuff. and it wasn't really appealing to a lot of people. So now that I've kind of like found my own voice and, you know, what matters to me and why this is important, things are starting to move. And I know that you guys asked how I do my goals. So I've always been pretty goal oriented. And I've had to start over pretty much. I have 5 ambassadors, but none of them are active. So I'm not even sober anymore. However, I think of it this way. I don't give up because I didn't bat an eye when I went away to college for 4 years for a degree. That didn't make me that much money for really, really long. I mean, I stayed, you know, pretty at that salary for a long time. And then I did 2 more years of school to do my master's, and for like a small increase. I didn't bat an eye. I was like, yeah, this is what I'm supposed to do. So I think been in this, I have a 5-year goal. Like I'm doing this for 5 years. And I think of it as I'm not losing that much. I'm not necessarily like putting all this money into a business that I'm losing every single month. It's not like a traditional business. So, I mean, I think of it that way, like our normal goals of going to school and all that. We just think that, yes, that's what you're supposed to do. But since this is structured a little differently, I think that people are so fast to quit. I actually, when I do my goals, I put them on my phone, and my phone is actually hooked up to my computer. So everything's synced up. So every time I have a reminder on my phone, it actually goes to my email. So when I check my email several times a day, I see that. I see, you know, I have this thing on there where it says visualize diamond, visualize your healthiest weight. Like every single day, I'm trying to stop and take a second to just visualize that for myself. So I actually just started doing my monthly goals on there as well. So I've seen it several times a day, because for me, sometimes I forget. Like I have 3 kids, I teach full time, I cook 6 nights a week. I'm like on it. I don't even get free time until I would say 9 o'clock, and it's actually really quiet right now. And usually the kids take like 2 hours to go to bed, but I got lucky tonight. So, you know, I get up early in the morning and I do things on my lunch, or, you know, I wait till everybody goes to bed. So, you know, so yeah, that's what I do. Oh, and my coaching calls, like that is the reason why I didn't quit. There was a period of time that I felt like I just wasn't giving it my all, and that maybe I shouldn't be doing this. And having those one-on-ones every week with Kendra pretty much made me not quit. So if you are not doing those coaching calls, everybody needs to be doing that with their upline, because it is the reason why I didn't quit. But it makes me accountable. So when I write my goals out, I write all the action steps that I'm going to take to achieve those goals. And then as I achieve them, I get to check them off the list. So that's pretty much, yeah.
And Brittany, I know you know, as coaching with Kendra, she also shares out, you know, some things that the fun things that she learns from you guys' coaching call. And one thing she did tell me is, you know, yeah, you had 5 ambassadors. They all fell basically off right now. Your PV wasn't so good, but tell us about your PV as of August. What?
Oh, I got it up to 850. So that was really exciting. Yeah. But finally, I had about 3 or 4 family members jump on board. So that was really good. So I'm gonna make it for 1,000 this month, and you know, just keep incrementing.
What do you think was the biggest thing that got those people to finally, you know, try it? I mean, did you plant the seed? Like, how many times ago or how many months ago did you? I mean, they have to have been following you this whole time.
You know what? A lot of it was me sitting down and be like literally, I had to be like, Grandma, did you want to make that order? And she's like, oh yeah, I forgot about that, because it's not on their minds. It's on my mind all the time. It's not on their minds. And I actually like physically had to sit down and either do it for them or be there while they did it. That happened for 4 of my customers. I had to be there with them. So I think maybe the relationships that I have with people are definitely, I need to be in with that, in their interpersonal space, instead of using Facebook, using Messenger and text. It doesn't really work for me, like the connection wise. Like my people really need that connection. And if they can see the expression on my face when I'm trying to express how it's helped me, then they get it. So
Absolutely. And thank you so much for sharing. I see a lot of heads nodding and smiling, and we're super excited for you. You gave me chills. Wish you could see the goosey bumps on my arms. All right, Missy, we're going to go to Missy. She's going to share, and then we'll do a little wrap up at the end. But Missy, are you there?
I'm here.
And you're going to have to speak up because I don't know if you're too far away from your...
Let me see if that works. Is that better?
Where are you? There we are. Okay, yeah, we see you.
Okay. Can you hear me better?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Oh, are you there?
We're here.
Where did you go? Oh, there you are. Okay. Sorry. I don't know what I did, but okay. So basically, I started with Plexus in 2015 and in July, in the middle of July. And, was like, went really fast. I was losing weight. I was having a lot of success with the products, and my business was growing like daily. I mean, I had people calling me daily and texting me daily and wanting to know more information about Plexus. And I ended up going gold by December, which was really fast. And it almost felt like I grew so fast that I had no clue what I was doing. So I, took the advice of my uplines and I started writing my goals down and, trying to like work towards my goals. But as soon as I went gold, it seemed like everything started to fall apart for me. So little by little, my people were dropping off and I was getting pretty upset about it. And by the time summer came, it was like I had pretty much lost most of my preferred customers, lost a lot of my ambassadors, and I was definitely not gold status anymore. I just got really down on myself, and that was the first time that I felt like quitting. Was actually right after we got back from convention. I was pumped about convention. I was like, I'm going to do all this stuff. And then kids were home from school. They, took a lot of my time this summer. And it was just like, time got away from me. I just kind of felt like, for the first time ever, I wanted to quit. Like, I don't want to do it anymore. People were dropping off left and right. I was like, maybe this isn't what I should be doing. So I started writing my goals down again, thinking, do I really want to do this? Is it just wasting my time? Is it wasting my family's time? I'm taking away from their time to do this business that's not really working for me. I had talked to Kendra, I talked to Lisa, I talked to you, Misty. And so finally, school was starting and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to be all in. I'm just going to, once everybody's in school, I'm going to sit down. I'm going to be at my computer, daily for hours while my son sleeps during his nap time. So my kids went to school in the first week. I did that. I sat down on my computer. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to make this business work. My goal is to be diamond. I want to retire my husband one day. He's gone now. He's out of town. He's been out of town like pretty much the whole summer. So I need him home. Like I want him home for my kids. So my goal is to retire my husband. So I sat down like the day that school started and I'm like, I'm doing this. I'm going to write my monthly goals down. I'm going to write my weekly goals down. I'm going to write my daily goals down, what I'm going to be doing. And I'm going to do it every single day. So every single day since school started, I've been in my bedroom at my little office here that I've created. And I've started working on my goals and my Plexus business. And my PV was, used to be in 2000s, went down to 200s, but now it's back up. So I'm getting slowly but surely getting there. And today, starting September 1st, I sat down and I wrote my yearly goals, where I hope to be in a year from now, where I hope, my monthly goals, how many new customers I want to get, how many new ambassadors. I sat and wrote, I literally hand wrote my entire friends list, which was like over 1,000 people. I wrote down every single name on that list. And it's amazing to me how many people on that list I had no idea who were even my friends. So I wrote that down. I went through today and just, you know, made sure that I had all my goals written down for the whole month. And then I have this little sheet that Lisa Virgin made. So it's a little daily sheet that basically goes over like my morning routine, like what I'm going to do in the morning, what I'm going to do at noon, what I'm going to do in the evening. And as I finish off my goals for the day, I just mark them off and make sure that, you know, they're done for the day. And it keeps me, you know, keeps me on track and keeps me going. And, you know, if it wasn't for you guys, I probably would be long gone from now, because I was feeling so down. But, you know, I'm going to do this. And I feel like it's, you know, looking back at your why and remembering why the heck you started this. And, you know, especially since my husband had to leave again this week, it's like, you know, I'm doing this. I'm going to retire my husband. He will be home with us. And, you know, writing your goals down and keeping yourself accountable and just, you know, having those positive affirmations. Like, you know, I got really negative over the summer, but now I'm like back to my positive, happy self. And I will be diamond one day. So that's my story.
Yay! And you know what? It made me cry. But you know, like I hear both of you saying, both of you said, if I didn't have you guys, you would have dropped off. And I heard this from so many people. Like, you know, I had a little talk today, and you know, I needed this, and you know what? That's what we're here for. And that's what this coaching thing is all like designed to do. Like when you share your why with your upline, share, it doesn't even have to be your upline, share with a friend, look through the, you know, go through this little, push the arrow over and see who's on this call that's hearing this tonight, and see, like we call it power partners. Have a power partner. Maybe your power partner is not even in Plexus Partners. I have a power partner who's a sideline. And I have all of you guys too are my power partners, but you know, reach out to somebody else that, you know, that maybe you want to, you know, get a hold of and kind of pick their brain. And because when we are with each other, we can hold each other accountable. And when we're not holding each other accountable, it is so easy. And I'm going to be honest, guys, I am a senior Ruby, and it has crossed my mind, not that I wanted to quit, but I started thinking negative. And thank God I had Julie there, and I had some of my other people that I meet with on a weekly basis. And, you know, it was one of those things. It was like, you know what, I don't, maybe this isn't what I need to be doing. Maybe I made a mistake. Maybe I made a mistake of taking a year off. But then I get back on my why, and I look back at my goals, and just like a snap of a finger, I can listen to somebody, remind me of my goals, remind me of my why, and then I'm back on track. It's like, it's crazy how it works. But if you feel, you know, like you want to throw in this, there is a reason why you started this. And when you guys go back and look, if you have not had a chance to read this, if you go back and read page 8 in our success guide, all these questions, it says a few thought starters. I mean, really sit down and answer these. Like really reflect on yourself. You know, why did you want to build this business? You know, some of you might have joined because you wanted wholesale, but I bet you there was something else that intrigued you to want to go wholesale, because maybe you saw something more than just wholesale pricing. What would a successful business look like to you? What would a successful business impact? How did this business impact your family? And when you start talking about family and your whys and your goals and your dreams, that's like, we're talking business. Like, because I just think, and I have to remind my kids, you know, some of you, I know, I mean, guys, I've been a working mom. I've had I have 2 kids. I'm married. I have sacrificed a lot. I mean, a lot to be able to stay home this year, like a lot. But if we continue to focus where our focus is and have that power partner and to have that, when you know, the plan. So when you have that 10 minutes to work your business, or you have 30 minutes to work that business, like if you're truly working it, I'm telling you, your dreams could come true quicker than you think. But when we start falling back, that's when we want to fail. And I think about just everything in life. Like, it's easy to quit. You know, it's easy just to say, I'm done. But is that truly you? Is that truly who you are? Are you really wanting to be a quitter? No. You know, and like going back to what Brittany said, like, really, I mean, you didn't invest a lot into getting the business, like to start the business, but you are going to invest some of your time. But I think what we have to also do, and when we're training people, you know, this time, you know, I know a lot of, when I am dealing, I have a lot of millennials on my team too, and I have to remind them of, you know, this time in our life, in our society, things are just handed over, where we don't work a lot. We don't work, you know, real deep to like get something we really want. Sometimes it's just handed to us, and it's not going to be handed to us at all. This business is not going to be handed to us at all. We have to really work. And I remember talking to Misty, I hope I can share this, but we stood after a happy hour, and I encourage you guys to go to that. When I'm saying happy hour, it's just a social hour. But having that moment with her in the parking lot and just saying, you know what, Misty, reminding her of all the success that she had, and like, remember when you just bringing back those memories, but really knowing her. You know, I remember her saying, you know what, I didn't really follow up that much. You know what, if you guys don't work the business, we're going to see what happens. It goes down. The summer months were hard for me. You know, I had the kids and I was out and about, and you know, it was hard to get a hold of people and things like that. But I sat down and I made a plan myself too. And I said, you know what, I'm going to be bold. I'm going to set, you know, like, I'm going to talk to these people no matter what. Sorry guys, I had this little pop-up. And I said, you know, I have a plan. I'm going to message these people. I'm going to follow up with these people. I started that little system. You know, I have, I'm not going to share it all, but I started this little file folder system, and just keeping everything together for me and having it flow. Now it's feeling easy. It feels like now I can like really have this time freedom. I can step away and still go work. I don't feel guilty to go step away and go have lunch with my husband, or, you know, go to Home Depot and get the little, today I went and got some little Pinterest, all the little project stuff that I wanted to do this Pinterest thing. For years I've had this, and I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to take some time out and go do that. And it feels weird. It feels really weird. I feel like I'm being lazy because I'm not like working, but this is how this business is supposed to be. I was at Home Depot. I pulled off to the side in the aisle and sat and watched Lissa's live streaming about her, you know, just kind of getting back to business thing. I didn't really care who was behind me, around me. I just kind of got off to the side and I sat and worked, you know, just listened, and my head started spinning. So all on the way home, you know, it's spinning, and I'm writing down notes, and just reflecting on yourself and just reaching out to others is really what is going to keep us, you know, going. But I just wanted to turn this back over to anybody else who had some comment. We have about 8 minutes, but anybody who has something to share, maybe you took from this, or what you're hearing, or if you can relate. So if you want to share, unmute yourself and have at it. I'd love to hear you guys.
I can totally relate. I like quit on myself so much, and I don't even know why. Like, there's not a lot of work that I put into this. It's just, you know, just like you guys, there's so much going on throughout the summer. I just kept questioning myself, is it worth it? Because I too wasn't seeing any growth. I didn't see a huge decline, but I just didn't see any growth, and so it made me question whether it was even worth it. So yeah, I had a few dark moments where I was like, maybe this is just the end of the line for me. And like you guys, it was just having conversations with Lisa and Kendra and my power partners through the summer that have just kept me going. And I guess I feel invigorated, and I think that this social aspect of it for us is so important to stay connected. Like, the videos and things and the education are important, but having that social friendship amongst the Plexus partners is a big deal. Just to know that you're not alone and you're not weird and you're not a quitter for having these feelings. So don't ever feel like you're alone.
Absolutely. Thanks, Christy.
You're welcome.
She's always so good with her words. Anybody else have anything? And like Christy said, like, this is truly, like, I hope this is going to be a Thursday thing. Like, you know, hearing Christy, you're going to relate to her, hearing Brittany, hearing Missy, you know, you're going to have just letting us release our feelings. Really, you can start to relate and like have respect, you know, more respect, and you just want to get to know them more and more. And so when you're at social events, when you go to opportunity meetings, when you go to trips or whatever, it's just like a family. I feel like I've never had a sister, so I feel like you guys are all my little sisters, and I love it. I love just having time with you guys, and I want to get to know each and every one of you, and you're all so different, and it's so fun because we bring out the best, I believe. I think we do, right? We're ornery too.
Hey, Misty, I'll share something.
Sure.
Can you? It's Gina.
Hi, friend.
Hey, friend. Okay, you and I have talked a lot about how frustrating it's been for me, and I kind of relate to Misty too. In the beginning, my growth was just so super quick. People were just adding on like crazy, tons of ambassadors and customers. I turned gold like in the first 5 months or something, which was crazy. And I thought, oh, this is going to be a breeze. And it hasn't been. It's been really hard. And, you know, I get down on myself and I think I'm doing something wrong, but it does really help listening in on all the different Tuesday night meetings. And here our leaders are going through the same thing, and it's across the board. It's, you know, it's not just something I'm doing. We're all in this together, and we all have the ups and downs. And it's just so important to realize that you're not doing something wrong. You just need to keep staying positive. Tell yourself that you'll get through it, and you just have to stay focused and keep working on it, because it'll turn around. We just have to have faith, and like you guys have said, know that you were given this opportunity for a reason. I mean, maybe you're meant to change so many lives, and you know, you just got to remember there's a reason it was put in your lap, and you just have to have the faith that it's going to come around. And it's easy to get down on yourself. I do it all the time. I keep thinking I'm doing something wrong because I reach out, don't get a lot of response back. But, you know, I keep trying to add more people and talk to new people. I think that's the key. We went to that Leslie Zahn training or Zan training, and she said, if you think you're talking to enough people, you're not. You have to keep trying to broaden your prospects, keep adding friends of your friends. Anybody you can think of to add, you know, just say, hey, today I added a couple people at work that are people I really don't know very well. I said, hey, I added this really funny video today. I'd love for you guys to watch it. Are you on Facebook? Just to get them on as a friend. And, you know, they both added me on, and, you know, they're like, oh, that's great. Well, now they're going to start seeing my posts. And seriously. So, you know, just try to think of a common reason to say, oh my gosh, I would love to, like, there's a lot of people on my son's football teams that I kind of know but don't know real well, and I've friended them all. I'm like, you know what, we should know each other better. Our kids are growing up together. I want to watch what you're doing. And I'm building relationships with them. So just keep trying to add to your friends list, and just keep trying. You guys, we can do this. You just got to stay focused and make it happen. That's all I have to say.
Yay! And I'm just going to end with this. Like, you know, that is a reason why all 21 of you are on this tonight. You're searching for, you know, maybe it is that like help, you know, like, how are we going to get this? But I guarantee it's the people that continue to come to the event and reach out to each other and make the goals. And you're going to be the ones that you're being the separated and from the bottom, the ones that are going to go to the top in this company. I guarantee it. And I can't remember who said it, but they said, I'm going to the top because the bottom is too crowded. It's too crowded. We need to continue to grow. But whether your growing is just to get to gold, then go to your gold. You know, if it's just to get to senior gold, that's great. But some of us have visions to go to diamond. We're going to diamond. So you can go as far as you want to go. And I still hear people say they want to go to gold and senior gold, which is great. But in my mind, like, but when they get there, they're going to want to go to the next one and the next one. So just make your goal simple, and then just, you know, add on to your goal, and we'll continue to push you. But let us into you, and you let us into, you know, we'll let us into each other, and we'll keep each other accountable. So I hope that this call helps some of you. It's not to scare you if you're on here and you're new. We're just letting you know that this is a roller coaster type of business, and it's going to go up and down. but stick with it and reach out to your team. Is that good, guys?
Good.
Awesome.
All right. Have a great night, and we'll talk to you next Thursday. Look for our post on Sunday to see what our next topic is, and we'll call upon a couple of you to share like Missy and Brittany did. So thank you guys for sharing.
Thank you.
Have a good night.